from screaming at James to stop eating too much,
So I'm sick and tired of wasting my time coming here, bringing all the people working for you, and you do nothing.
to kicking Stephen out for verbally abusing the nurses,
And at this point, there's nothing I can do to help you. So you're done here.
here are times when Dr. Now shut down disrespectful patients on My 600-Pound Life. Starting with Shenee Hawkins, who started her weight loss journey at a staggering 665 pounds at just 28 years old. Shenee's weight was a serious concern, as she had trouble walking long distances, which led her to wobble most of the time. But beyond her physical struggles, Shenee was seen to have a serious behavioral issue with her constant bickering and complaining. Not only that, she was also in complete denial of her weight and refused to acknowledge the reality of her situation. Dr. Now had to remind her several times of the dangers of her situation.
You were supposed to lose 30 pounds in a month. And instead, you're at 693, and that is a 28-pound weight gain.
Yeah.
So you want to explain to me how this happened?
I have a lot of fluid in my legs.
Can you
from
try something
swelling.
else? Because I heard that one 1,000 times.
And how she was feeding herself to death, but she didn't budge and kept repeating the same excuses.
You're still eating whatever you want, whenever you want.
Not necessarily all the time.
All right, I don't think you're grasping how dangerous your situation is, Shenee.
Her ignorance got to a point where she intentionally started missing her own appointments with Dr. Now, and even went as far as to admitting herself in the same hospital on the same day she was supposed to show up for her appointment, claiming to be in extreme pain.
Has a number of other symptoms. But my instinct is that her timing is suspicious and that she's not lost the weight. And is claiming all this to try to avoid any accountability today.
Which proved to be fake, as even after multiple tests, Dr. Now found nothing possibly life-threatening that could have been bothering her, and therefore figured that she was faking it all just to get away with her slow progress.
So we ran some tests on her and found nothing life-threatening. Shenee is likely making most of this up.
But her tantrums and manipulative tendencies kept getting worse. Her husband Freddie was allegedly sneaking in food for her while she was admitted to the hospital. But that wasn't the end of it, as both of them did the worst, which got Dr. Now frustrated.
The lying need to stop now. Okay, Shenee? Here's the situation.
Okay.
For 4 months, I have seen you from day one. You haven't lost any weight. Plus, the hospital staff not only seen you eating pizza, but burgers, and then you're smart enough not to throw it to your own trash, throw it in somebody else's trash.
The fact that she quickly blamed Freddie says a lot. She was quick to blame him instead of taking accountability for her actions. She kept denying the allegations and tried to convince Dr. Now that she had been sticking to the diet he had set for her, all while she was admitted.
Eat any of that.
You both need to stop lying. You came here to have weight loss surgery. You haven't lost any weight in 4 months. Why?
I'm telling you, doctor, I got water
You
weight.
should have lost 130 pounds by now. Are you eating this junk and
No.
you keep lying to me?
She didn't eat
I'm
it.
not eating any of that.
Then how come you're not losing weight?
I haven't ate anything.
You keep repeating the same lie.
She didn't
You
do
haven't-
it. Telling you the truth, like I wouldn't lie about that.
It started
Like she really
pissing me
has.
off.
She really has been working for it.
We are pissing you off. We're working
Shenee,
everything.
calm
We're
down.
giving you every tool to lose weight, and you're telling us all this lie. You know you're not doing what you need.
But Dr. Now didn't budge this time.
And then you come here pretending there is a serious issue to avoid facing the fact that you gain because you know you are overeating. But for some reason you think if you just hold to your lie, then maybe all these issues just magically will go away and you will lose weight. So there's nothing more we can do if you don't change your eating habit.
I have been working hard towards it.
But if you work harder to show on a scale,
And as soon as she realized that things weren't going her way, she went back to her bickering and started throwing a tantrum.
if you have weight loss surgery, how are you gonna lose weight?
Because I'm going to work to get the weight off. The surgery's not going to fix it.
Okay.
It's just a tool
answer
to
the
do it.
question. By eating less, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you eat less, you lose weight, right?
Yes.
You're not losing weight, so you're not eating less, right?
I am.
Okay. The same question. Look at me again. You have weight loss surgery, you lose weight, right?
Yes.
Okay, because you eat less.
Yes.
If you eat less, you lose weight.
I'm not eating. I'm telling you.
And this is for Freddie.
It was.
So part of that it makes sense.
She even went as far as screaming and shouting till she got her way with things. And this led to people calling her ignorant, bossy, and entitled because of the way she treated those around her. Dr. Now had seen enough of her manipulation and was determined to give her a reality check.
Okay, so that's where we are. Every time we're trying to get you to make progress, to understand what the situation, you keep going back, saying the same thing. Water weight, I know. Get over that, okay? That's not reality, that's a mistake, okay? And pay attention what we tell you, okay? Because somebody over 700 pounds can lose 100 pounds in 1 month.
It was clear he wasn't going to let her get away with things while she was in the program anymore.
I haven't had time to start eating healthy. I haven't had time to do anything.
There is no excuse for you eating as much as you do.
I don't eat that much, but I had water gain. And you tried to say, no, that is not fluid, but it is. I know my body. I've been in this body for 28 years.
Shenee, you've been in that body for 28 years, but
I've been practicing medicine for twice that amount of time.
He even gave her a reality check when she tried to make more excuses for her inability to lose weight and her persistent claim that she had water in her legs.
But certain things you say is not true.
No, I know what I'm talking about. Telling you simple science, and you don't want to listen, so
don't try to teach me medicine.
I can't imagine being as rude to a doctor as she has been to Dr. Now. And while Shenee's bickering and disrespect was hard for Dr. Now to tone down, Margaret took it to a whole new level. Being 35 and over 700 pounds, Margaret was one of the heaviest patients on the show. And while her episode starts with her being admitted to the hospital to lose the required weight for her weight loss surgery, her childlike behavior coupled with her frequent tantrums made it extremely hard for her to make any progress, let alone lose the weight she was supposed to. To add to it all, she didn't seem like she was ready to acknowledge her health issues or handle being challenged on her unhealthy habits.
It's easier not to fight me and just pacify me.
So if she doesn't bring it to you, what happened?
I get mad at her and I tell her that she doesn't love me.
And even though she made a commitment to Dr. Now to finally make progress and treat the whole program seriously, she didn't keep the promise for much longer, as right before her physical therapy appointment, after her appointment with Dr. Now, she is seen throwing another tantrum and refusing to cooperate with the physical therapist standing at her door.
Shut up! Dr. Now, he needs you to get up because of the blood clot and everything else. You already have a history of DVT.
Yeah, I know, but they keep pushing on you and they keep pushing on me. I'm sick of it.
Margaret's childlike attitude was bashed by viewers, with one calling her a 2-year-old in a 35-year-old's body. Dr. Now couldn't tolerate her behavior, and he called her out for not only cheating on her diet.
You're eating too much, you're not gonna lose weight. Which part of this is very hard to understand, that she's eating at least 4 times of what she should be eating. So why are we overeating and playing like we don't know what's going on?
But she didn't overeat. She's still eating.
You want to
the
argue
same.
that with the scale? Don't argue with me.
The only thing that we know that might have been different is she quit eating the vinaigrette and ate honey mustard dressing.
She eat a gallon of honey mustard?
I have no sympathy for someone that won't take the steps to change. However, while Margaret was able to treat her weight loss with a lot more seriousness after that, the next patient didn't even try to help himself and ended up out of the program after failing miserably, with him being well over 750 pounds, with draining cellulitis, a sedentary lifestyle, and an enabler wife. James King was literally eating himself to death. His situation was so bad that he couldn't move around without the help of a handful of people. But despite being in a life-threatening situation, James was not ready to compromise his comfort and never hesitated throwing a tantrum or screaming whenever he felt even a little discomfort.
Coming up.
They keep letting my legs go. Don't.
They got you, baby. Baby, they got you.
No.
Oh, my legs. Oh.
Keep your hands in, James.
Don't drop me. Don't drop me. Don't drop me.
Fall down.
No.
His eating habits and bad attitude were getting the best of him, but Dr. Now was not ready to let him get his way with things.
If they don't bring you food, what are you gonna do to her? Scream, yell,
You usually argue with her?
that's all.
Well, I get mad.
What are you coming to Houston for? We don't have a miracle for you.
And while James was barely making any progress, he had all the excuses in the world to justify his laziness and obesity. He was bashed by Dr. Now for his slow progress.
I talked to you, I talked to her, and what I see here, this is not a weight loss.
I just talked to you for the first time. I think, 4 months ago?
4 months is enough to lose 100 pounds, to get under 600 pounds.
Really?
Yes.
I have to eat something.
No, you don't have to eat something. You have eaten 800 pounds of food in you.
But even then, he wasn't ready to cooperate. He was sent home to lose the remaining weight to qualify for weight loss surgery. And after a weigh-in at the hospital a few months later, it was found that instead of losing the 50 pounds he was supposed to lose, he had ended up gaining a whopping 158 pounds.
382.6 kilograms, 840 pounds.
Oh my gosh. No way this is possible. Something is wrong. She's not reading it right or something. Are you sure that's accurate?
Dr. Now was beyond furious, but James was not done with his excuses.
You know that I'm just now getting resources that I've been needing.
We're talking about your food. We're not talking anything
All
else.
of it. I've needed all of it, though, to start with. I haven't had home health. I've had nothing.
Are you telling me that to start? What did that have to do with your eating habit?
This was the last straw for Dr. Now, because soon after, he ended up kicking James out of the program once and for all. However, in the Where Are They Now episode, James is seen putting efforts in his weight loss again, and Dr. Now had approved his request to take him back into the program. Even after being kicked out for the same reason, James goes back to his old habits and ends up gaining 100 pounds in a single month. This made Dr. Now bash out both James and his girlfriend.
Ow. I can't get in.
Don't worry about it. We're getting there. Okay, come on. Come on. Go in the arm. Put your hand down. 1, 2, 3.
And just like that, James's journey on the weight loss program was done without losing a single pound. People even critiqued his approach, and one commenter put it best. He didn't change his ways, and it caught up with him. Some people cannot be helped in their own pursuit of self-destruction. But just like James, who played his blame game all through the show, the same could be said for Stephen Assanti, who took manipulation to a whole new level. Stephen, being over 730 pounds when his episode first aired, was battling a massive food addiction and severe psychological issues.
This looks really yummy.
From the very beginning, his manipulative behavior was obvious. He used stubbornness and control to bend others to his will and get exactly what he wanted.
What do you want?
We need to stop soon. I am hungry.
So you're gonna wait, buddy, or we're never gonna get there.
I'm feeling very
Weak. And if something happens to me...
You're gonna be very sorry.
Welcome to the real Steven.
Or even through tantrums when he didn't get his way with things.
Well, you're gonna hear me, and you're gonna hear me now. And you're gonna hear me loud and clear. Okay?
Stephen had previously been kicked out of several hospitals because of his inability to comply with the hospital rules and their inability to treat a patient his size.
For the past 80 days, Stephen was getting the help he needed at Rhode Island Hospital, But after Stephen violated his care plan by ordering pizza, Stephen said the hospital told him he can no longer stay.
What's worse is how Stephen acted more like a child than like a 33-year-old man he was supposed to act like, with him being cleaned by the hospital staff, to him hollering at the nurses and medical staff if things were not going his way.
I am on a bedpan. I don't like that. I don't like her. You want to hang up? You say it. I'm on the bedpan for a half an hour. I got piss all over my bed. The out of here. Okay. I need help. I'll call the cops. Don't with me, broad. Do not.
Mr. Assanti, I can't help you if you're hollering at me.
He had a way of getting things in his favor in whichever way he wanted.
I need somebody in my room immediately. I have been waiting. I want this light off.
He thinks the world should revolve around him like a child does.
This manipulative behavior did not sit right with Dr. Now, and after hearing multiple complaints about his attitude, he decided to confront Stephen himself.
How are you today?
Okay, how are you?
All right, so you seem like you have an issue getting along with hospital staff, and I'm not liking what I'm hearing.
At times, you know, I sometimes I get frustrated. I tell them, if I act like a kid, I want you to treat me like a kid.
How old are you?
I'm 33 years old.
So it's time for you to grow up.
But even then, Stephen was not ready to comply with what Dr. Now had to say. To get what he wanted, he even went as far as to spilling his own urine on the floor so that he could get the attention of the medical staff.
I hit that by an accident because I don't feel good, you know what I'm saying? You know that.
I never seen any patient like Stephen. He asking for pain medicine every 15 minutes and then he spilled urine on the floor.
Dr. Now had had enough with this constant disrespect and decided to take immediate action.
Stephen, what's going on with your behavior? You got a whole host of complaints from the nurses that you need to change your behavior. You haven't.
I know that, and I apologize for it.
Apology mean nothing. You come here for help, and at this point, there's nothing I can do to help you. So you're done here.
I've been doing good and everything, please.
And unless you have an emergency, you will not be admitted back.
I've been good. I swear I apologize to everybody.
If you want to stay in the program, you need to find a place to stay because you're not staying here anymore. So your father needs to set you up somewhere else.
I don't have anywhere else to live.
If you say you have nowhere at all, I will have you drop in homeless shelter in a few minutes.
And despite his pleas and requests to let him stay in the hospital, Dr. Now remained adamant to kick him out to protect his own staff and nurses. People praised this move, even appreciated his care for his staff, saying how they're so glad he took what the nurses had to say into consideration, and how he deserves an award for standing up for his nurses. And while Dr. Now was especially patient with Stephen, the same cannot be said about his attitude towards Lee, whose constant excuses were just too hard to handle. Raina and Lee were a morbidly obese couple battling a severe food addiction together. Raina often acted as Lee's caretaker, helping him out of bed, getting him to the shower, and doing whatever she could to make his life manageable. But out of the two, Lee was the most problematic one. Lee struggled with anger management, missing therapy sessions, and often snapped at Raina and Dr. Now. However, after losing the required weight for his gastric bypass, he successfully qualified for surgery, but things started going downhill for him right after.
And when you left the hospital, you were down to 546. So you lost only 9 pounds since then. But Renee has lost almost 50 pounds at the same time. And she hasn't even had her bypass yet. What in the world is going on with you?
I guess I'm eating the wrong things.
You think this funny?
In a weigh-in appointment with Dr. Now, Lee not only started misbehaving, but also grew irritable and dismissive when confronted about his lack of progress.
You have a gastric bypass.
I had a gastric bypass,
to
yes.
lose weight.
To lose weight.
and you're not losing weight.
I don't eat a third what I ate
Just
before I
answer
had
the
that
question,
surgery.
okay? Then
You're
we're not
asking
talking
me
about
questions
that.
and I don't understand them more than you understand.
What are you talking about? You're choosing to overeat, and you think it's okay?
No, I don't think it's okay at all.
So you play your cards right until you got the surgery, and now you're playing this kind of game, and you think that's okay? How in the
I
world
don't see
somebody?
how I'm playing any game. I throw up constantly. I eat what I can keep down.
That's how it works. You throw up constantly because the surgery forces you to when you overeat now.
Although he tried to justify why he hadn't met his target, Dr. Now refused to give in, holding him accountable every step of the way.
My problem is I'm holding a lot of fluid. I can't hardly pee.
Really?
I don't know what. I mean, you.
What do you mean you don't know? And you think that you're not eating and you're gaining
I don't want to get malnourished either.
Do you look like you're malnourished? You're overeating, and whatever you're overeating, you're throwing up.
Do you not want me to eat at all?
You know that's not what I'm saying at all.
But the situation only grew even more tense when Lee walked out of the room mid-conversation just because he didn't like what he was hearing.
To help you change your life. Now that you had the surgery, the physical drive to eat is gone. So you have to deal with what is driving you to eat. That's the hard part, and you don't want to do it. And you're running from it and self-destructing.
I'm done with this conversation. Go to her.
No, we're gonna finish with you.
No, we're not finishing with me. You're making me mad.
Yeah,
I'm
sit
leaving.
down right there.
You just
You sit down right over there.
No,
Wait, sit down.
Okay.
let go of me, Renee.
All right, this is completely unacceptable.
Fans praise Dr. Now for staying straightforward with Lee to not let him get his way. This is the best tactic for these people. You have to be crystal clear because these people are in such denial. Now, if you like my videos, please subscribe or watch my similar videos here.